Our movie begins deep under the sea, in a small town nestled among the coral reefs called Bikini Bottom. In this underwater city, we see a wide variety of sea creatures. We then meet SpongeBob SquarePants, a cheerful sponge who lives in a pineapple house, along with his pet snail Gary, who wakes him up by using his sticky slime. SpongeBob gets up and calls out to his friend, the starfish Patrick. Together, they shout for their other friend, the squid Squidward, who gets annoyed and accidentally slams his window shut on his nose. SpongeBob prepares breakfast for Gary, plays with him, and then heads out for a walk. They enjoy their time in the city, practice surfing underwater, play music, and have a wonderful day together. When they return home, SpongeBob says goodbye to Gary because he's running late for work. Meanwhile, we see Squidward on his way to his job at the Krusty Krab restaurant, where he works with SpongeBob. At first, he seems happy because the place is quiet, but that peace doesn't last as SpongeBob soon arrives full of energy. He rushes into the kitchen and gets his grill ready. At that moment, the restaurant's owner, Mr. Krabs, comes out of his office and tells SpongeBob and Squidward to get ready. SpongeBob takes charge and quickly prepares everything. Once the smell of the Krabby Patty spreads through the town, customers come flooding in. Meanwhile, the villain Plankton is watching the restaurant from afar, laughing his evil laugh as he announces that he's going to carry out plan number 3100, his new plan to steal the secret Krabby Patty formula. Plankton goes into his lab and meets his robot wife Karen, who mocks him and says there's no room left for another failure photo on the wall. He ignores her sarcasm and explains that Mr. Krabs always ruins his plans. But Karen interrupts and tells him that it's actually SpongeBob who foils his schemes every single time, not Mr. Krabs. Plankton refuses to believe it and declares that today he has a new, brilliant plan. Back at the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob is busy flipping patties and creating multiple clones of himself to serve all the customers. Suddenly, his squirrel friend Sandy shows up. He quickly gathers all his clones and greets her. She tells him she wants to speak with Mr. Krabs. Sandy enters the office and presents a robot named Otto, explaining that he can manage the restaurant for free. Mr. Krabs is thrilled. He won't have to pay him. He agrees to keep Otto. After a while, Sandy says goodbye and leaves. Otto then surprises Mr. Krabs by declaring his love for money, sits in Mr. Krabs' chair, and threatens to call the police if he doesn't leave. Mr. Krabs is shocked by Otto's behavior and throws him in the trash. Later, Plankton and Karen find Otto discarded in a trash can, and Karen decides to adopt him. That night, Mr. Krabs closes the restaurant and asks SpongeBob to clean the place before leaving. He gives him a piece of Krabby Patty and asks him to save it to sell the next day. SpongeBob agrees and starts cleaning the kitchen. He covers the patty and places it aside. Plankton, who's been hiding inside a jar of pickles, emerges and uses a gadget to lift the lid off the patty. He takes a sample, analyzes it, and discovers a slip of paper inside containing the secret recipe. He laughs maniacally, thinking he can now take over Bikini Bottom. Just then, SpongeBob comes back into the kitchen. He had forgotten his keys. Plankton panics and tries to escape. While SpongeBob is searching for his keys, he accidentally causes Plankton to fall into the fry cutter along with the paper, which both get sliced and fried. SpongeBob, unaware of what just happened, finds his keys in his pocket and leaves. Plankton finally realizes that it's always SpongeBob who ruins his plans, not Mr. Krabs. Then we shift to the lost empire of Atlantis, where we see the royal palace of King Poseidon. His royal advisor enters with important papers for him to sign, but the king is completely uninterested in political matters. He only cares about his appearance and the smoothness of his skin. When he notices some wrinkles on his face, he screams in horror. The advisor tries to calm him down and presents a tiny snail. The king is amazed and claims the snail is better than all the beauty products he owns. But soon he realizes the snail no longer produces the slime that keeps his skin flawless. So he demands a new snail. The advisor throws the old snail away. Along with other used snails we see imprisoned and treated like slaves. The advisor tells the king that their kingdom has run out of snails, which makes the king furious. Suddenly he has an idea. He announces a grand reward for anyone who brings him a snail. Shortly afterward, we see the advisor putting up the announcement in Bikini Bottom. When Plankton sees it, he gets a wild idea.